chat. I'll let this focus in. Um, hold the microphone up to my. The audio was in the first video. The audio was pretty bad because I like moved it and left it on my desk. But hey, it's John here with Pancham Collectibles. Rather early morning, and I just wanted to get on here and finally record a video introducing myself better. You guys don't know anything about me besides the fact that I am a college student and I my name's John. That's pretty much all you know about me, right? I briefly mentioned that I'm a vendor. The past year of 2025, I started March 13th, 2025, is when I decided to start vending. And um, yeah, I mean, these past 9 months, almost 9 months, have been a rather interesting time. I've been pretty blessed. I've been really lucky, and I've had a decent amount of success in terms of personal success. It's helped pay for, the things I want to do, the things I want to collect, the travel expenses for when I, leave to go play Pokemon. And just went to Vegas, probably half a month ago, to compete in the regionals and help pay for school. So it's been a blessing. It's been pretty amazing. I can't complain at all. Um, but my goal for 2026 is to keep uploading content and build some form of a base. That way, eventually, I'll have some form of community or, people who know me, attach my name to the brand, and or my face as well to the brand, and feel comfortable buying from me. I'm not really in this to greed over money, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't in this to make money. Um, I just always believed, like figuring out a way to make money is always good, but especially when you're doing something that you love. And as I've mentioned multiple times, I've been collecting for a fat minute, 13 years basically now. And why not? I mean, why wouldn't I want to make money with something that I love doing? I love being around cards. Will that love hinder as I get deeper and deeper into this business? I don't know. I guess we'll find out together. But yeah, my goal for 2026 is to grow the brand name and kind of establish myself more, establish some form of a media presence. So that way, when the next, excuse me, I hate to say bear market, but when the next bear market comes around, I want to start um, establishing um, like a nice little base for when the next bull market comes around, right? We're in the middle of a bull market right now. I don't have any guesses whether it's going to be a bear or bull market for 2026. A lot of people are saying, oh, it's bearish right now because holiday season, blah, blah, blah. A lot of those people that are, complaining about everything dropping right now just haven't been around very long, probably, because it seems to be like that every holiday season because there's always sales like on TCG Player and people are buying stuff out or people are selling a lot of stuff because they need money for gifts, whatever it is. I've experienced it firsthand from card shows I've done. That's why for the month of November to December, I'm only doing about 1 to 2 shows a month. Actually, month of November, I only did one. December, I only have one. So I guess it's only one show a month because I pull up to these shows and it's rather slow. The foot traffic is slow. Some people may find success in it, but I think for the average person, it is a little slower. Not a lot of people are buying unless they're buying for gifts, and then a lot of people are selling because they need money for gifts, or whatever it is, traveling outside of the country, traveling to visit family members, whatever it is. Holiday season's interesting for sure, and I think this happens pretty much every year. So you really can't tell how a market's gonna act until first quarter of the following year. So we'll wait and see for January. It's the beginning of December. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here, tell you guys my goal, my purpose, and why I'm starting to upload more YouTube videos. Um, and I really don't have much else to say. I didn't really want to like add any extra rants in this video. I do have a lot of like opinions and thoughts and ideas. My experience is minimal, but my thoughts are, you know, a dime a dozen. So we'll see what I end up talking about in the next video. Right now, it's pretty consistent. Right, I uploaded yesterday. I'll upload this a little later today in the day, probably in the afternoon, and uploaded 2 days ago. And from one comment on the first video, it seemed pretty well received, and I appreciate you. Appreciate everybody who watches this, even if you have only watched, a minute of the video. I mean, that helps, right? Helps with algorithm, whatever it is. But yeah, I really don't have much else to say. I just kind of wanted to, like I said, grow the brand in 2026, but also show the realistic side of growing a brand, right? I know you guys always, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts, whatever it is, there's clips of, vendors doing massive buyouts, whatever it is, and this is no like hate or anything. It's just not everyone can start out by doing, 100K cash outs, or not everyone can start. And there's a lot of good vendors out there that started from scratch and they're there now, right? But they've been doing it for a while. My growth has been rather small, and I'm not complaining. Small growth is better than no growth. I just want to show what it looks like from scratch, pretty much. I mean, now I've established a little bit of a basis. I have a couple customers who return to me and look for cards and faces I recognize now, but I want to see if I can, you know, grow that exponentially and just show the like just show what it's actually like, what I'm working on, what my next goal is, what I'm working towards. And I think YouTube is the best way to go about this. I don't really want to make short form content. Eventually I might, like when it comes to like, buying small collections and stuff. I've spent my fair share of money. I have a Magic collection coming in, and I'm gonna spend $3,200 on it. Um, but I just think it's so easy to get caught up in, these big money amounts, these big cash outs that you see online, and you want to go and do the same, but sometimes it's just not that easy, right? Because a lot of these people that are spending, 100K, they're probably paying 90% on cards. Why? Because they have a customer base that they know they could sell it to consistently at 110%, 100% even, and make their margins quickly. Um, I think for myself, currently in the position I'm in, it's not the reality. I know if I buy something close to 90%, I'm either have a lot of faith in that product, I don't mind it dropping in price if it were to drop, or I know someone who would want it and I'm paying higher because it's a quick 5-10%, you know, profit. But I think with establishing a brand and, creating a group or a community of people who may or may not trust me, but hopefully trust me to purchase from me, it'll be easier for me to be able to offer higher. And I don't think I pay very low, right? I pay the usual numbers at shows. Shows I pay 70 to 80% on cards, depending what it is. If it's like really high end and I like it, 85, sure. Maybe like, it depends on the cards. Same thing for Magic. Magic is like 65 to 75%. Just because for me, Magic moves a little slower at shows. Usually I throw it up on TCG Player. Um, slabs, I start at 75% minimum. Doesn't matter the price point. But I'm always flexible on numbers, like even for trades like 80% trade in, whatever it is. But like the other day I had a deal and the guy really wanted this card. I liked what he was giving me, so I was like, I'll give you like 87%, whatever it was, because it was like a nice round number. So just stuff like that. I think eventually I'll show that side. Like I said, I'm not doing a lot of shows this month, so like I don't really have a lot to show. But maybe I could show myself, packing orders or something. I'll think of something because I want to keep these, like raw YouTube rants on YouTube, and then eventually maybe make short form content. I'm not really like a short form content kind of guy. Like, you see the bursts of energy and in the TikToks, and they're like, "Oh, we just spent $100,000," and then it's like cut to this, cut to that, and cut to that. And I don't know, like when I work my deals, I like pricing things out and giving numbers, and if they agree, they agree. If they don't, we could talk a number. I love negotiating. I feel like I've, been doing it my whole life. So, um, yeah, and that's kind of all I wanted to touch basis on. I hope that gives a bit of a clear view on who I am as a person in terms of vending, and I hope you guys join me along for the journey. 2026 is coming up, and yeah, hopefully that is the year for Pancham Collectibles, and if not, there's still another year after that and another year after that. So I'm just glad I finally pushed myself to get on the internet, and once again, you guys all know I love you guys. Hope you guys have a great day. Hope this video finds you well, and if you watch this far, comment your favorite Pokemon set.